Three, two, one. You're live.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this presentation of the Northern Arena NHL 20 Cup, presented to you by Xbox. I'm Drew Goldfarb, a.k.a. Farbsy, joined by my good friend Nick DeMeo, a.k.a. F5 Penguin. Nick, it is great to be here with you, and great to look forward to a few really big matchups here during the regular season play.
Drew, I can't wait. Another tournament, another place of competitive hockey is afoot. What better way than to begin our weekend rather, with more NHL 6v6 action. I'm excited to be in the booth with you, even virtually. Socially distanced, yes, but together at heart.
Virtually distant, or virtually joining each other in the booth from a couple thousand miles away, opposite sides of the United States. But yeah, great to be with you here. And it's kind of a nice little curtain call for NHL 22, as we're going to see a gameplay trailer for NHL 21 dropping very soon. So nice to kind of go out with a bang for NHL 20 with a really big tournament like this, to see all 32 that we have the Seattle Kraken in the NHL, cities in the NHL represented in this tournament.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent here, a lot of teams that you're going to know representing cities across the NHL as a whole. And I'm looking forward to the 3 games we have to bring you here tonight.
And this first one that we've got, we're featuring one of the better NHL rivalries, an original 6-1 that go back. There was a Winter Classic played in front of over 100,000 people. This one, great esports matchup here. Detroit versus Toronto. It is Turning Point versus Composure. 2 teams that we have seen over time before. These guys kind of know how to play with one another.
That's right. And obviously we'll have the breakdowns as we go, but 2 3-1 teams, an extra 1 in the marker for Toronto's Composure, but 2 teams that know each other very well, but more importantly are 2 really big forces in this tournament. So I do expect both of them to probably make it to the playoffs and get deep into it. But right now they're facing off and looking to pick up that 4th win apiece.
Yeah, each of these teams off to an unbelievable start, and the 100% combined on the penalty kill, 5 total times that these teams have been shorthanded, each team successful 100% of the time. And you see, they don't allow any goals. This is going to be one of those things when we compare the goaltenders, just how stingy they have been defensively. But what is it that jumps out to you about the way these teams match up when you're talking about position by position?
Yeah, position by position, you're talking about some players that you're going to know the names of, and we should probably take a look at those positions right now, and we'll kind of call out the first game of the 3 that we're talking about. Just going down the roster, I always like to start between the pipes. We're talking 2 big goalies, big matchup here between these 2 guys, Drew, and for one team in Turning Point, Detroit's Turning Point, Denisov, big wall right now, shutting down the offense of the other side. And then 180 feet down the way, on the other length of the ice, we're talking about Jay Dollar, Jay Money himself, playing for Toronto Composure. Arguably, these are top 5 goalies, hands down. If you rank them and you ask anybody in the league, they're going to give you that same result.
And when you're looking at them statistically, too, it's really unbelievable what they've done in this tournament through 4 games for Denisov, through 5 games for Jay Money. Save percentages north of 85 is not something you typically see in something like this. That is the sign of a spectacular performance for goaltender, especially. They're only giving up a goal a game each. Someone's got to score in this matchup, but these goaltenders are going to do all that they can to make sure that it is as close and as low scoring as possible. Some pre-2004 NHL style hockey with the scoring we're going to expect here.
Yeah, you look at the stat line here, like you said, 85 plus save percentage for both teams, both players, but more importantly, they are tied, and not only in goals against average, but in shutouts. So there's a lot on the line between these 2 teams, and bend but don't break, maybe the MO, or just go after them and try to put as many shots as you can on the opposing goaltender. I don't know who's going to come out of this one. Just mere 0.05 or something like that separates these 2 guys as a whole, but we're rounding up 87% save percentage each. They're identical on paper. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out on ice.
It's also going to be interesting to see how they go against the offenses they're facing, because something's got to give when you've got players averaging multiple points per game on both sides and they're facing goaltenders like this. Someone's got to change something. Either some of these players that are really super high scoring so far in the tournament are not going to be able to match that in this game, or the goaltenders are actually, I know this is going to be crazy to sound, but they're going to have to give up more than 1 goal.
they might have to. And if we would point a finger at who that might be, we can look at our attention towards the wing pairs for each team. And I'd probably look at Toronto's composure, specifically Tendy, 22 shots so far this season, tied for second. That should be somebody that will put pucks on net, and as a result is getting points. Has 9 along with his wing partner, Boyer, aka Hero. But that isn't to take away anything from what the other wing pairs are doing.
Yeah, when you're looking at the other side, you're looking at Villain and you're looking at Los. Los obviously is more of an assist guy right now. He's helping on the defensive end as well. Villain, even split, 3 goals, 3 assists. In 4 games, he's basically averaging a goal, 2 goals and 2 assists every 3, the way that that's working out mathematically. And that's just, although I could be wrong because it's, who knows? I haven't left my house in 6 months. So if I can do math, maybe I could do math. But it's unbelievable when you're talking about that. He is kind of where that offense begins, whether it's scoring a goal or setting up a goal in the offensive end for Turning Point.
Yeah, that's right. You got Villain over there, 17 shots, tied for 10th. So it's going to be a battle of who can get more shots on net to kind of break one of these goalies. If they're only giving up 1 goal per game, that probably isn't going to do it, considering how powerful both these teams are on offense.
By Los right down low, and a big opportunity as it's a delayed penalty coming against Composure. Lemelin circling up top, trying to create a little bit of separation in space. They have pulled the goaltender at least out a little bit. Quick wrister and a goal just like that. Doughty on the board, and Turning Point takes a quick 1-0 lead on the delayed penalty.
Quick goal on the delayed penalty. The defense moving around, getting Composure to shift, slide out of the way, got him out of position, and just caught him glove high. Great goal by Doughty, buying some time and closing the gap, putting one home early here in the first period. Open those defensemen up for another chance.
Doughty takes the red line and tries to dump it in, but he clears the ice, and that goes to a fan from Shawinigan.
Was it Shawinigan or Sheboygan?
I thought it was Shawinigan.
No one knows.
It's been a little while since I played NHL 19, though, so it's been probably about a year. Advantage, but they're right back in the zone. Marco, with a little bit of space, gives it to Odie, pinching in. Odie spinning around, quick slap shot, a rebound chance was on the doorstep. Hero could not tuck it in, did not have a lot of room, but on that chance, they pick up the marker, and Composure has tied it up with a power play goal, their second power play marker of the season.
Off the rebound from that first great opportunity, the defense slid to the left, opened up that shot on the right, that pass up into that pretty much the point blank range, able to drive that one home and tie this game here late in the second period, Drew.
Down. Final 35 seconds of the man advantage. Time for maybe one more rush by Composure before we get back to 5-on-5. Here's a quick rush, but forced a little bit wide was Odie. Played back behind. About to be back to 5-on-5, 6v6, but sniping a second power play goal is going to be Nick as he picks up the marker, and now Composure has taken a 2-1 lead in the closing moments of the power play.
The center getting involved there, a lot of opportunities, and that 5-minute penalty, any team worth their weight here in competitive sixes is going to make you pay for that. This time, Composure made them pay twice as we end the period here. This is not good for Turning Point. They were on their heels pretty much that whole end of the period, Drew, and it shows on the shot line.
Yeah, shots in that period, 6-2 in favor of Composure. Most of those, the overwhelming majority, maybe all but one of those shots coming during that 5-minute major with Lemelin in the box. They scored 2 power play goals, so now technically 3 for 7 on the power play for this season, although realistically, it's one of those things where they're now 3 for 5. It's just with the 5-minute major. Anyway, now a 2-1 lead. It was a 1-goal lead going into the second period for Turning Point. It's now a 1-goal deficit for them as Composure holds the lead with 20 minutes left to play. What a turn of events that 5-minute major was.
Nice pun there, Drew. I do appreciate it. The turn for Turning Point back in favor of Composure. And now they're going to have to go on the offense here and kind of generate something. They only had that one big flurry early in the first period. And since then, it's been pretty quiet for them.
And that flurry only resulted in 1, maybe 2 shots on goal as well. They did score on it, but here was a quick chance that centering feed from Hero banked off of a Turning Point player and was cleared out of the zone. Rip in the offensive end. Moving towards the corner, makes the pass up for Los. From the corner now, Los trying to find that passing lane, but he's separated from the puck, and Composure will take it and skate it out. That's Odie pinned up against the boards as he handed it off to Tendy, trying to chip it in deep for Hero as he got knocked down, but it was intercepted by Turning Point as they're now going to wait it out and try to find a good opportunity to exit the zone and start things up. Here comes Rip, right up the middle as he came in onside, fakes and winds up. He was separated from the puck for a second, but got it right back. Feeds it to Villain, now up top. Doughty, D-to-D, long slap shot, deflected or blocked, and turned aside and turned out of the zone. On the rush, it's Tendy trying to center it back for Hero. It was read and intercepted. Lemelin takes the red line, spins it back for Doughty. Now up and a couple passes later, it's Doughty in the offensive end. Back for Lemelin. Maybe trying to get one back to make up for the fact he was in the box for that 5-minute major. Here comes Los with that nice steal down low, but they can't turn it into anything. Great job by Composure. After losing possession, they, again, forgive the pun, but they maintain their composure to take it away and start it the other direction. Big opportunity, all right, on the doorstep, but the defense for Turning Point preventing Composure from getting a shot on goal as it's centered from right behind the net by Tendy, and taking no chances as Denisov, 11:03 to go in regulation time.
Definitely feels outside that one big slap shot from Lemelin that hit a man in front. I think it was Rip. The ice is tilted against Turning Point, at least for right now.
Turning Point trying to get it out of their zone as they controlled off of that defensive zone faceoff. They do clear it as Villain has it, takes the red line and the blue line, chips it in. I think he was trying to make the pass to Los, but it deflected off of his skate. And so it's Odie scooping it up, making the long pass out for Hero. Perhaps on a rush, but well offside as Tendy got a few steps ahead of the play on that one. I think he was anticipating a pass up to him or maybe just a straight skate into the zone, but instead the pass back leads to the offside. Look at the face-off differential. 2/3 of face-offs, and now more than that, have gone Turning Point's way, but they have not been able to capitalize on it. We'll see if they can here. Long shot, nice save made by J-Money on Lemelin on that long blast from just inside the blue line. Composure doing a good job of not giving up a second chance, and another power play opportunity is coming. This time it's Rip, the center, going off. He's been so dominant in the face-off circle, and now he's off the ice for 2 minutes.
Yeah, he's off, and this is not good for Denisov and Turning Point right now. Their buzzing is Composure, and I look to see if they can rebound from this penalty and get about 5 minutes left to tie the game here late in the third.
Turning Point trying to get it out of the zone. They were unable to send it the length of the ice, though, and the puck now back in deep. Battling for it is Doughty, but it goes the other way before finally Los takes it away and gets it at least back to neutral ice before Composure steals it back. 45 seconds left on the man advantage. Nick had it, gave it to the defenseman, and now a couple passes later, it's Marco yet again, pinching in. Delayed penalty yet again.
Whoa.
We'll see if we get 5-on-3 hockey or if we end up with another, basically an extension of this 5-on-4. This is Nick trying to spin away from some pressure, makes the pass across for Odie, pinching in Nick on the one-timer, and he scores. Delayed penalty and perhaps also a power play goal. We'll see how the timing worked out on that.
I saw Rip come out of the box, so it won't be a power play goal, but that was on the delay. They were still, picking up that extra attacker. Rip comes back, but he wasn't able to get into the play, as you see right there at the bottom of your screen. Rip wasn't able to get back in time to get into that lane, and just stepping up there was Composure. Great shot, great feed, rather, and then just banging that one home, far side for Composure. Now they're up 3-1 here. Good hold on the game, Drew.
Odie has had an incredible night so far. He had the first power play goal, a secondary assist on the second one, and now that beautiful pass on a delayed penalty. So if there's an upside for Turning Point, they will not be shorthanded any longer. Just to point out, all 4 goals we've seen in this game have been special teams based. 2 with the delayed penalty and 2 on the power play for Composure. It's been basically, if there's no one going to the box or in the box, no one's able to score, but trying to change that here. What a save on the doorstep by J-Money, just shutting the door. There was a bit of an opening, and J-Money said no.
He shut that down. There was 2, 3, maybe 4 chances right there, sliding over, and they just couldn't bury it, though. The net was wide open, Drew, and they just could not get that closing lead goal. Now they're still down by 2. That was their chance, I think.
It is going to be a 3-1 final because Rip is not on the right hand to try to take a quick shot on goal off this faceoff. And that does, in fact, bring us to the end of this. Composure 3 consecutive goals to pick up the win. 6 shots in that second period. They only had 1 in the first, 1 in the third, but 6 shots in the second, and that was the entire difference maker, that 5-minute power play.
Yeah, the 5-minute power play proving to be dangerous, and we know that the good teams can take advantage of that extended time with the extra man versus being down 1, and they put them home. They put it to work, and that was the chance that they needed. Dangerous position there, even still more to the note of penalty killing. That 100%, we talked about it, now goes down, and unfortunately for Detroit's turning point, they could not come back from that momentum swing against them in that period.
From 100% to 67%, barring what that last penalty was, with a quarter of a second left in the game. It may be a little bit lower, maybe a little bit higher, depending on who took that. But I want to point out Odie again, because the performance that he had the first goal, and as a defenseman, not only helping keep turning point to just 7 shots on goal, the fact that composure was on the power play for so much of that game, I think is kind of a really big part of keeping those shot totals low. But the first goal on the power play, secondary assist on the second power play goal, and that beautiful pass on that one-timer with the delayed penalty for that icing on the cake, that third goal in the third period. What a performance by him in this game.
I always say with Odie, when he gets hot, watch out, because he's going to be dangerous. He was here. We've seen him quiet in playoff and performances before in big matchups. Not the case here tonight. Able to get that 4th win for his team, and he was a big piece to the puzzle for their success and kind of revolving the offense around him when he was touching the puck and moving it down low, bringing it back to the point, finding open men, and to your point, finding that crucial pass needed to give him the go-ahead goal.
J Money, by the way, now 5 games played, still 2 shutouts. Goals against average remains at exactly 1. So continues with the streak that he has been on as Toronto composure moves to 4-1-1 on the season.